My congratulations to LockChuck on 600 subscribers. That's a great achievement. I remember when I did that years ago, and it was extremely gratifying. I mean, to make 100, much less 600. That's just great. I'm entering in his contest of LockChuck 600, and he's asked us to pick a lock using tools that we have made and explain how we made them. So I'll go ahead and start that. These are the tools I'll be using to pick the lock I'm going to be picking, which is a Squire 440, and it says it has to have 4 pin tumblers or levers or discs or whatever. And you can see here this says right there 4 brass levers. So hopefully that should work. And how I made these tools. First I'll show you the tools I use to make the tools. This is like an andiron, solid steel square here I use to pound on to move. Most of the tools, all you need are a pair of pliers, good pair of pliers. I usually use needle nose and these to hold the wires to bend them. But you can also buy tools like this that bend the wires for you. It depends upon how fancy you want to get. Here's a set made by, one pick made by Mylock. And you can see these angles here, here, and here. They were made with a tool like this, or if you have bigger wires like this. And the pick wires you make, which are these right here for the lever locks, are made from what's called piano wire. And it comes in different thicknesses, depending upon the thickness of your levers, which thickness of piano wire you use. And to show you how they bend, let me just put this in here and bends it for you just like that. And keep doing that. And you get eventually a handle. There you go. And then this end here, you can get your pair of pliers and bend it at a 90-degree angle. About like that. And you find your key that you have, and you want the bend in the wire to be the same length as the levers are. So you would mark where that lever length is, and you get your pliers. Let's see if I can get this. There. We have it cut. And there is your pick wire. And you can make these bends, of course, with 2 pair of pliers if you don't have access to the bending tools here. And if it's not perfectly square, you can get yourself a hammer like this, a jeweler's hammer. You got a brass end and you've got a Teflon type end on this end for soft metals or hard metals. You can pound that down to make it square, or you can pound on the metal to make the metal flat, because you want to make one side flat. So you want to file that down or pound it down so that it holds on to the levers better. So there we go, right there. And here's the one I made. I made it differently. Made the wires you saw me make. And for the handle, I used 2 washers. And a nut and bolt, a washer in there. And there was a hole already in the washer, so I just got the bolt the right size to fit inside there. Got the wire here and made this smaller, but basically goes in like that, and you screw down on the bolt till it holds inside the washers, and there you've got your turning tool. Get this out of the way. And the pick, this is the turning tool. This is made from a nail. I think it's a 16 or 20 penny nail, and you bend it at a right angle, and you drill a hole through the end of it, and this distance here and here is where the hole goes. When you stick in here, you'll stick it in this way, and it'll stop at that point because it can't go any further. And you want the upright here to be against the back of the bolt. And once you've got that in there, you drill the hole, drive the nail in there, and file it off and cut it to the right length. And you can solder if you're a good solderer. That will work, but I just use super glue. Then I filed half the nail flat. This allows for the pick wire to go into the hole. And then I put a groove in here, not very well, but there it is. And that idea came from Rory Salmons. It's brilliant because without that groove, it's just all around top of the nail like that, and your pick wire just flops everywhere. But with the groove, it follows that and stays on the same plane while you're in there turning the levers. So that's a great advantage. Okay, so that's how I make my tools. There are many other ways of making it, but that's just what I do. Let's get up here and pick a lock. Okay, we'll put the turning tool inside until it goes through the hole on the back. Rotate it clockwise until it stops. It's engaging the bolt at this point, and you're putting tension on it with your finger, just like you do on a pin tumbler. And then you stick your pick wire inside and into the groove, and then you just start lifting the levers one at a time, starting from the front to the back or back to the front. Doesn't matter which way you go. You're putting pressure on the turning tool. Sometimes you have to reset, just like in a pin tumbler. I mentioned in my last video that I've had some health issues, and I got one taken care of today. My left eye went out on me for about a month. Got a film over it, and I couldn't see out of it. Went to the eye doctor, and he said people who've had their cataracts removed, which I have, can get this. And he said it was an easy fix, and it was. They put you in front of a machine, you rest your head on a ledge there. They have this laser that points inside your eye, and they shoot laser pulses in there to break up all the cloudiness. And instantly, after maybe 30 seconds, my vision was back again. And let me tell you, you just don't know how much you depend upon your sight for so many things. Now, I picked this thing a dozen times before I started shooting this video. I don't understand it. If I can't open it, I don't think I'm going to be able to complete the requirements. I'm going to try this with a 550. This is also 4 levers. There it is over here on this side. Just having one of those days. Hope I got it open. There. Okay. I'll try and edit this in. Thank you.